Described as little more than a barren rock by its British colonists in 1841, the island of Hong Kong quickly grows into a bustling center of trade. Given little choice in the matter, in 1898, China agrees to a 99-year lease of Hong Kong from the British. During those 99 years, Hong Kong becomes one of the world's richest ports and a large source of wealth for the ever-contracting British Empire. Nevertheless, in 1984, Margaret Thatcher renews the promise of Hong Kong's return to China as laid out in the original lease. But everyone is nervous about handing over such a flourishing economy to a communist government. The 1989 massacre at Tiananmen only causes more anxiety for the 3.5 million people living on the island. But Margaret Thatcher negotiates the preservation of personal rights and freedoms for the people of Hong Kong. China adopts a one-country, two-systems approach to incorporating the bustling economy into the communist fold. In 1997, at the end of the 99-year lease, Hong Kong reverts peacefully to Chinese control. After Mao Zedong's death in 1979, Deng Xiaoping sets China on a new course. Over his decade of reform, agriculture and business are freed from the shackles of communism, and a more liberal system of education takes hold. As China's diplomatic and trade relationships with Western countries grows warmer, it seems that the country is on the cusp of a new era of democratic socialism. But Deng, like Gorbachev in Russia, must deal with hardliners in the Politburo who were opposed to change. The government can only change so quickly, and like the Soviet perestroika program, Chinese reforms can't get off the ground without a period of difficult readjustment. The Chinese people, used to the stagnation of communism, do not respond well to price increases and unemployment. During an official visit by Mikhail Gorbachev in May of 1989, students assemble on Tiananmen Square to protest their government's repression. There have been no protests like this one since the Cultural Revolution 20 years ago, ironically commemorated on the monument to the people's heroes in Tiananmen Square. After a month of protests and hunger strikes carried all over the world on television, the students have gained mass support for their cause. On June 4th, troops from remote areas of China are brought in to crush the demonstration. A lone student emerges from the crowd. It's his simple act of defiance that stops the oncoming tanks.